The African savanna is bathed in a faint bluish light. The sun has not yet fully risen above the horizon. Tall grass sways gently with the wind. But within this silence, life and death are breathing side by side. This is the savanna. Here, there are no second chances. Among the dense bushes, close to the ground, a new life quietly opens its eyes. A cheetah cub. It cannot see, it cannot run, it cannot announce its presence. Because in this jungle, making a sound is the same as inviting death. The mother cheetah remains perfectly still. Even her breathing is carefully controlled. Her ears twitch at the slightest movement. Her eyes watch every direction. Somewhere in the distance, a hyena laughs. High in the sky, a hunting bird circles. And somewhere nearby, perhaps a lion is also reading this silence. In the savanna, every animal looks for an opportunity. This tiny life is completely helpless. Eyes closed, body weak, and the entire weight of life rests solely on the existence of its mother. The mother knows if she is careless for even a single moment, this story could end right here. That is why she repeatedly picks up her cubs and moves them to new bushes. Because in the savanna, staying in one place for too long is the same as leaving behind your traces. Time moves forward slowly. The sun rises higher, and the jungle begins to awaken. Antelope pause while grazing, ears standing alert. Baboons make noise in the trees. Birds take flight into the sky, but the mother cheetah remains silent. Because she knows, in this jungle, power is not in noise, but in silence. This is not just a birth. It is the beginning of a test of survival. Not every cheetah born in the savanna grows up. Many cubs never make it beyond this point. And those who survive do so not because they are strong, but because they learn to live in the shadows. This is not a story of strength. This is a story of surviving by staying silent. And in the ruthless wilderness of the African savanna, today, a new shadow has been born. The savanna sun has now grown harsh. Light strikes the tips of the tall grass and scatters across the ground. The jungle appears calm on the surface, but here, calm is only an illusion. The cheetah cubs have grown a little. Their eyes are now open, but their vision is still weak. Their legs tremble, and every step is unsteady. This is the stage where learning is life, and a mistake is death. The mother cheetah is not always close. She deliberately increases the distance. Because in the savanna, every step must be taken on one's own. Inside the bushes, the cubs slowly learn how to move. They imitate hiding in the grass, press their bodies close to the ground, and carefully observe their mother's movements. This is not play, this is training. At the same time, other lives of the jungle continue as well. Baboons descend from the trees. Antelope test the wind with their noses. birds suddenly fall silent. This silence is a sign of danger. The mother cheetah stops. Her ears stiffen. Her gaze fixes beyond the grass. A small pack of hyenas is passing through the area. The cubs freeze in fear. One wrong movement could reveal their presence. The mother lets out a soft growl, signaling them to press flat against the ground. This lesson is not taught with words. This lesson is taught in silence. The hyenas move on. The danger passes, but the test does not end. By the end of the day, the mother does not return with prey. This hunger is intentional. For the first time, the cubs feel real hunger. The emptiness in their stomachs, weakness, and restlessness. This is the feeling that either creates a hunter or erases the weak. The mother watches from a distance. She does not help. She leaves the decision to the jungle. In the savannah, not every cub is meant to survive. The sun begins to set. The shadows grow longer. The cubs are beginning to understand that in this jungle, the mother is not always there. And this understanding is the first condition of survival. This is not the end of childhood. This is the beginning of the journey of survival. And in the open, ruthless wilderness of the savannah, the cheetah cubs are slowly learning to become shadows. It is midday in the savannah. The sun stands directly overhead, and the heat scorches the earth. It feels as if the jungle has come to a standstill, but this is the time when the quietest hunter awakens. The cheetah is now on the edge of adulthood. Its body has grown strong. Muscles are clearly defined, and every movement is precise. It knows that in this jungle, speed alone does not guarantee victory, but choosing the right moment ensures survival. Before the hunt, the cheetah tests the direction of the wind. It lowers itself close to the ground, uses the tall grass to its advantage, and places each step in a way that not even a dry twig breaks. Ahead, a small herd of antelope is grazing. They sense no danger. The birds are silent, and the air is still. This moment is fragile. One step too many, or a single sound, and everything could be lost. Slowly, the cheetah closes the distance. Its eyes are locked on a single target. Its breath is held. Time seems to freeze. Suddenly, the tall grass explodes. One leap, one decision. Before the antelope can react, it is on the ground. Dust rises into the air, and the jungle begins to breathe again. But making a kill is not a complete guarantee of survival. In this jungle, what is hunted can also be stolen. The cheetah immediately scans its surroundings. From a distance, the voices of hyenas echo. In the air, the presence of a lion can be felt. Time is short, that is why the cheetah does not leave its prey on the ground. It drags it toward a nearby tree. Muscles straight, breathing quickens, but the decision is right. A safe place in the tree is the symbol of the cheetah's survival. Below, Hyenas got it. Above, the cheetah begins to eat in silence. This victory is not celebrated with noise. This is the jungle. And in the open plains of the savannah, the cheetah proves that the most dangerous strike is the one that is never seen. The savannah plains are vast, but that vastness is an illusion. Here, every step can fall within someone else's territory. The cheetah is now fully grown. Its territory is defined, and every tree, every rock has become a mark of its presence. Deep scratches on tree bark, distinct signs on the ground, and silent pathways. All of these are declarations. This land belongs to someone. But in the savannah, holding territory is not enough. Here, there are enemies who are greater in number and heavier in strength.
The leopard knows when to yield.
In the open field, a pride of lions is resting. They are not as silent as the cheetah, but their very presence is a threat. The cheetah knows a direct confrontation is not in its favor. It watches from a distance, halts its steps, and changes its path. This is not weakness, this is wisdom. At the same time, the sounds of hyenas are drawing closer. Their clan has caught the scent of prey. The cheetah stops near its recent kill. There is little time to decide. If it leaves the prey here, hunger will be waiting. And if it stays, numbers are against it. It drags its prey forward. Every step is heavy. Breathing becomes uneven. At last, it reaches a strong tree. Below, hyenas begin to gather. Their eyes are fixed upward, but the tree is the cheetah's ally. Time passes. Night begins to fall. The distant roars of lions echo. They are an announcement that this jungle belongs to no one alone. The cheetah quietly finishes its meal. No celebration of victory, no sorrow of defeat. Just one more day, successfully survived. In the open and ruthless plains of the savannah, the cheetah has learned that strength is not always in muscles. Sometimes, the secret to survival lies in stepping back. The sun has sunk behind the horizon. The land of the savannah begins to cool. And the sounds of the day slowly fade away. But the jungle does not sleep. As darkness spreads, a new world awakens. The cheetah becomes more active now. Night is its ally. Even in low light, its eyes catch every movement. In the tall grass, its footsteps make no sound. Every movement is silent, every decision cautious. In the air, the calls of crickets echo. Somewhere, an owl calls. In the distance, the laughter of hyenas cuts through the darkness. These sounds are not just noise, they are warnings. The cheetah stops. Its body presses close to the ground. Its ears turn backward. At night, enemies are not seen, they are felt. Suddenly, behind the tall grass, a movement. A porcupine moves slowly. The cheetah approaches, but does not attack. Not everything is prey. Saving energy is also part of survival. The cheetah moves on. Ahead, a small animal, a jackal. For a moment, both stop. Their eyes meet. Then the jackal backs away. This is a silent agreement. Suddenly, a sharp sound. From the tall grass, hyenas emerge. The cheetah immediately changes direction. It moves toward a tree. Its heartbeat is fast, but its movement remains controlled. It knows the night does not belong to the strongest, but to the cautious. Clouds gather in the sky. The moon disappears. The darkness grows deeper. This is the moment when one wrong step can bring an unseen enemy dangerously close. The cheetah stops in the shadow of a rock, silent. No movement, no sound. The night slowly passes. And when the first light appears on the horizon, the cheetah is still alive. In the savannah, this is the greatest success. The night ends, but the test never does. Time moves quickly in the savannah. Those who are weak today have no place tomorrow. The cheetah has now become a mother. The center of her life is no longer only her own survival, but the next generation. Within the dense bushes, new cubs move quietly. There is curiosity in their eyes, but their steps are still uncertain. The mother knows this time is decisive. She takes the cubs close to prey, but she does not attack herself. She wants to see who is learning and who is falling behind. One cub moves forward, steps heavy, movement uncoordinated. The prey is startled, and the opportunity is lost. The mother does not intervene. This is not cruelty. This is nature. On the next attempt, another cub is more careful. Close to the ground, silent and patient. The leap is not perfect, but the effort is correct. This is the difference that decides survival. Days pass, failures increase, but along with them, skill begins to grow. The mother slowly reduces her presence. She stays nearby, but unseen. This freedom is not easy. One evening, the mother stops. She does not move forward. The cubs turn back to look, but there is no signal. The moment is silent, yet full of meaning. In the savannah, this is how farewells happen. No sound, no touch, only distance. The cubs move ahead, and behind them, an empty space remains. The journey of the lineage is not complete. It is now entering the next test. Because in the savannah, being alone is the destiny of every cheetah. The savannah has followed its own rules for thousands of years. Here, power means speed, silence means survival, and every danger reveals itself in one form or another. But there is one threat that has no sound, no chant, and no clear sign. Humans, the cheetah, neither understands nor recognizes this danger. It only senses that the jungle is changing. On the distant horizon, fine lights appear. Long, straight lines cut through the land and move forward. Roads. The cheetah stops. These paths are not natural. On the ground, there is an unfamiliar scent, iron, oil, and human presence. At night, unnatural sounds echo, sounds that do not come from any animal. The cheetah becomes more cautious now. It moves less during the day. At night, it makes long, careful journeys. But the danger is drawing closer. A trap, silent, lifeless, yet deadly. The cheetah stops, sniffs, steps back. This escape is not coincidence. It is experience. Not every cheetah is so fortunate. Somewhere in the distance, a confrontation between humans and cheetahs. In the savannah, this is not a fair fight. The cheetah knows the rules of the jungle, but not the rules of humans. It tries to learn. It changes its routes. It stays away from settlements. This, too, is survival. This war is not of teeth, nor of claws. It is a war of silent decisions. The savannah is no longer what it once was, but the cheetah is still here. Seen less often, more cautious, and quieter than ever. Because in this jungle, the most dangerous enemy is the one who follows no rules. The morning in the savannah is no longer the same. The wind still blows, the grass still sways, but everything has slowed. The cheetah has grown old. The same body that once moved silently toward prey now feels exhaustion. Steps are heavy, breathing is deep, and every movement demands more time than before. Hunting is no longer easy. Every leap must be carefully measured. Every failure brings hunger closer. The savannah waits for no one. The cheetah sits in the shade of a tree. Eyes closed, ears still alert, but the response is slow. In the distance, the voices of hyenas can be heard. That sound is no longer the threat it once was, but a reminder. The time is near. The cheetah tries to rise, but the body no longer obeys. This struggle is no longer with claws. It is against time itself. The sun begins to set. Shadows grow long. The cheetah quietly lies down on the ground. No sound, no resistance, only acceptance. Night falls, and the savannah continues at its own pace. Nothing stops. The next morning, antelope graze once again. Birds take flight again. Baboons make noise again. Where one shadow faded, there is silence. But the jungle is not empty. Somewhere in the distance, a young cheetah moves through the tall grass. The same silent steps, the same cautious eyes. The circle is complete. The savannah does not remember, but the story does not end. Because as long as shadows continue to move through the grass, the cheetah will live on.